Boy, it's a beautiful day out here. I'm going to tell you guys real quick the importance of you dispatchers out there, especially you guys who aspire to become dispatchers and start your own dispatching company or you owner-operators.
Where you at?
This a many move, yeah. This is how many move, yeah. This a many move, yeah. This is how many move, yeah. Dispatching trucks, broker to get bucks. Got duties putting up, giving knowledge, that's what's up. Yeah. This a many move, yeah. This is how many move, yeah. This a many move, yeah. This is how many move, yeah. Dispatching trucks, broker to get bucks. Got duties putting up, giving knowledge, that's what's up. Hot shots stay ready to book a load. Many movement trucks seen all over the road. CEO, commit, execute, and be obsessed. Running miles every day, keep me free of stress. Travel in your own lane, there isn't any traffic. Moving quick and strategic, gotta secure the package. Gotta take it and make it more than what it's worth. I came up from the bottom, used to be in the dirt. Self-made and doing things extraordinary. Going lateral and vertical is more than scary. Self-made, doing things extraordinary. Generational wealth accumulated before I'm buried. This a many move, yeah. This is how many move, yeah. This a many move, yeah. This is how many move, yeah. Dispatching trucks, broker to get bucks. Got duties putting up, giving knowledge, that's what's up. Yeah. This a many move, yeah. This is how many move, yeah. This a many move, yeah. This is how many move, yeah. Dispatching trucks, broker to get bucks. Got duties pulling up, giving knowledge, that's what's up.
CEO, commit, execute, and be obsessed. Everybody be great out there.
And put this video out there to you guys real quick. Out here at the Cheesecake Factory. About to pick up that good cheesecake for me and my wife. Man, down here in Florida, living. It ain't even real to me, to be honest. It ain't even real. Not in my mind. But I do understand about turning dreams into reality. That's for goddamn sure. Turning dreams into reality. So man, let me go ahead and just get to it real quick. Like I always tell you guys now, man, I don't want to make no videos too long. I know the attention span of the average human. So let's get to it. One of my subscribers, man, that follow me, he's a sergeant in the Army. And he hit me up the other day ago. And you guys know, like I told you, man, I'm going to start sharing knowledge from across the board. You know, it's just not going to be trucking. I'm going to still give you guys the game on trucking. Really, I've already gave you the game on trucking. You just got to go back through my videos and watch the videos. And I guarantee you, if you guys go watch them videos, man, you could go start your business. You could start making money. You know what I'm saying? But remember, it's up to you. It's up to you to go get it. Don't wait for me. I can't make it for you. And I'm not gonna hold your hand either. That's for sure. I'm not gonna hold your hand. You gotta go get it. So let's go ahead and switch this content up real quick, man. Let me go ahead and make this video for my fellow vet, my fellow service member. Salute to all my veterans out there. He's a sergeant in the Army stationed at Fort Bragg, North Carolina, 82nd Airborne Division. So he just wanted to know he's a sergeant. So now he's an enlisted soldier. But he wants to know, how did I become, and how did I actually become an Army officer? So, not a police officer either. You know, sometimes I get that when I say I was an officer in the Army. You know, some people be like, oh, you was a police officer or something. No, I wasn't a police officer. I was a commissioned officer in the United States Army. So he wanted to know, how can he go from an enlisted soldier to a commissioned officer? So I just want to walk you guys through basically my journey of the military real quick and how I became a commissioned officer. So back in 2005, I graduated high school. I joined the United States Navy. 2005, I went to Great Lakes, Illinois, to Navy boot camp. Around December 2005, when I graduated Navy boot camp, I got stationed in Naval Air Station Whidbey Island, which is called Oak Harbor, Washington. So I got stationed out on the West Coast in Washington State. My job in the Navy, I was an aircraft mechanic. So I was working on the T-56 engines, the engines with the propellers on it. So I was working on the P-3 Orion. I was in the squadron, VP-40. 2007, I went on my first deployment to Qatar, or Qatar, however you want to pronounce it. And in 2009, I got stationed in San Diego, California, aboard the USS Bonhomme Richard. So at first I was in the squadron for 4 years. I'd never been on a Navy ship before. But when you in the Navy, that's what you're supposed to do. That's how I feel, you know, and at least go out and experience being on the ship. So what I did was I extended for a year in the Navy. My initial contract was for 4 years, but I extended for a year because I wanted to see how it was being on the Navy ship before I got out of the Navy. So I extended for that year. I got stationed down in San Diego, California. I went on one deployment down while I was in San Diego for that year. So basically that whole year I was stationed in San Diego, I really didn't get a chance to see and experience San Diego a whole lot, just because I spent 7 months on deployment out of that year. So we deployed out into the Persian Gulf. In 2010, I came back and I got out the Navy. 2010, I moved down to Florida, Orlando, Florida. I started college. So while I was in the Navy, I earned the GI Bill, the post 9/11 GI Bill, which is amazing. You know, in my opinion, it's amazing. 2010, I started college. I started at a 2-year community college. So basically that 2-year community college allowed me to just focus in on my general studies, general education. And I earned my associate's degree in 2 years. After that, I transferred to the University of Central Florida. And once I transferred to University of Central Florida, that's when I enrolled into Reserve Officer Training Corps, which is ROTC. So if you guys don't know anything about ROTC, Reserve Officer Training Corps, it's basically just a program that you could go through, and as long as you can make the cut and as long as you can make the requirements, you could become a commissioned officer in whatever branch that you're doing ROTC for. So they have ROTC for all of the branches, for Navy, for Air Force, for the Army, and I believe the Marines and the Navy might be together, you know, with their ROTC program. So I enrolled into ROTC, and then from there I became a contracted cadet. To become a contracted cadet, you have to maintain over a 3.3 or a 3.4 GPA, and you have to basically max out your PT test. You know, so you have to max out on your push-ups, your sit-ups, your run. Officers are considered to be the most fit person in a platoon, you know, just because, of course, the officer is the platoon leader. So, in the highest ranking, you know, when we're talking about a platoon. So from there, I also elected to take the opportunity to become a part of what they call the SMP program, which is the Simultaneously Membership Program. And during that program, I was able to go shadow real active Army officers in the National Guard. So I ended up doing the one weekend out of the month. I got paid that way. I also was getting paid as a contracted cadet through, they were just giving me a stipend every month. And also remember, I was making money because I was using my post 9/11 GI Bill, you know, which I do, you know, recommend some of you guys out there, if you're not considering going to the military, if you are just about to go out there right now and go work in some type of factory or even the warehouses, you know, I recommend, man, go ahead, you know, join the military. It's a lot of benefits in it, especially once you guys earn that post 9/11 GI Bill. So from really 2010, from the time I got out all the way until the time I came back in, I never worked. I didn't have to. I was getting a stipend as a contracted cadet. I was getting drill pay on the weekends. I was getting my money every month from the GI Bill, because the post 9/11 gives you what we call basic allowance for housing, BAH. They'll give you money every month. So I was making enough money to take care of my personal needs. So I never had to work. I focused in on going to school and making sure that I became one of the best cadets in ROTC. So I went through ROTC and I became a commissioned officer in 2015. That's when I graduated college, and that's when I commissioned as a second lieutenant in the Army. From there, I went to my school, which is in Fort Lee. And my job as an Army officer, I was a logistics officer. I was a quartermaster officer. And it was all planned too. You know, in life, it's like you got to be able to forecast your own life. So I already knew when I was coming back in the military, I wanted to do something that was going to translate into the real world. And I always knew the world can't run without logistics. So I ended up becoming a logistics officer, which of course is translating into what I'm doing now, you know, in the trucking and transportation industry. 2015, I also got stationed in Fort Campbell, Kentucky, home of the air assault, 101st. Is that what it is? Screaming Eagles? Shoot, I didn't forgot now, to be honest. But I know it's air assault, airborne, 101st Airborne Division, something like that. Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Started my business there, Fort Campbell, doing what I'm doing now, man. So that's how I became a commissioned officer in the Army. Basically, I done my time as an enlisted sailor. I learned that side of being on the enlisted side. From there, I got out the military, then I went through ROTC. And that's how I became a commissioned officer. When I got out the Navy, I got out as a petty officer 3rd class, which is an E4 on the enlisted side. And when I got out the Army, I got out as a 1st lieutenant, an O2. Of course, I could have kept going in the Army, but like I say, I started my business. I started making more money running my business than I did as a commissioned officer in the Army. So I wouldn't take my experiences back for nothing, though. In my life, if I had to come back and do it again, I'd come back and just be who I am right now. The same person. I wouldn't change up anything. Everything in my life has aligned to what I'm doing now and has taught me something on the way. So, man, I just want to put that out there to you guys real quick. Honestly, I feel like I talked a little bit too much. You know, I know how it is with the attention span, you know, so I try to make my videos as short as possible. So, man, if you guys have any questions out there, hit me up on my email, broker@managedtrans.com. Go visit my website, www.extraordinarymovement.com. Go get you 30-day free trial with DAT. If you guys are looking for a load board, go sign up with TAFS, Trans and Financial Services, if you guys are looking for a factory service out here. CEO, commit, execute, and be obsessed. Everybody be great out there.